Alright, so this full body workout is divided into different categories, right? So there's power, there's strength, and then we move on to a couple of accessory movements. So the first one that we start off with is a box squat. Now obviously right now I'm just warming up, so I got the bar, I got a box, I slow down, touch, and then come back up. Touch, and then come back up. I'm gonna load this as I go on. Since it's a warm up, I'm just going through the movement slightly. And then to be very honest, to develop that power, so I'm gonna do an explosive exercise to do with it. So just stay tuned, keep watching, because this workout is really for those athletes who play a sport, works on power, works on hypertrophy for the middle phases for the upper body, and then ends with a little bit of abs, targeting the abs, which I usually don't do often, but to really elongate that spine and that rectus abdominis. So I'm going to go for 4 sets of 4 on the box squat. So I got the box here, slow eccentric. As soon as I just touch it, I just come back up. So I'm trying to develop that power in a quarter squat position to really drive that velocity and work. So obviously I went more than 4 reps over there, but since I'm warming up, I'm taking that liberty. Now you load it up, you see how much it is. The height of the box is around 30 inches. 30 inches, yeah. So I can lower it also, but I don't want to go too deep. Although the benefits will be still similar, but when it's too deep, what I'm trying to achieve technically, so I go this deep, also gets you the benefits of power. So, but up to you. If you're comfortable with the quarter, you do the quarter, and then straight up, I'm gonna go with some counter movement jumps. If you find this video helpful, press the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Put it in the comments if you'd like us to work on something specific and create something specifically. Let's keep watching. So after I do 1 set of the squat, I'm gonna put my hands on the hips and I'm gonna go for, again, 4 to 5 jumps. So again, the quarter squat, get that explosiveness. So it's more like contrast training. So I load up the barbell and I try to explode off the ground, really trying to work on that power and explosiveness. And yeah, take it 1 jump at a time. So that will be the first superset. You can see, so block 1, so this could be A1, A2. Then we're gonna go with the upper body. I'm gonna just do a few more sets. So I load it up, do 4 to 5 reps on the squat. I wait for probably 30 seconds. Then I immediately go into some counter movement jumps, really working on that vertical, that peak power production. So yeah, keep following. When you're working for power, I want you to take enough break in the middle. I want you to take somewhere around 2 to 3 minutes, honestly, because you want that peak power every single time you try to exert it. So as I'm going to load up the barbell, I'm going to take that time to get my heart rate back down to normal, make sure that I have everything in my tank to push through. There's no such thing as failure when it comes to power, because I want you to exert that fast twitch muscle fibers continuously whenever you do it for short bursts. So that's the training is all about. Short burst, short burst. All right, follow along. This is my last working set. I'm up to around 110 kgs, yeah, with the bar, including the bar. Aim is to get at least 3 repetitions and then nice control the bottom and then as powerful as possible on top. Not gonna bounce it too much on the back, you know. So if you try it, just first explore what's the maximum you can do in this position. Now obviously I didn't go into a quarter, I went into sort of like a half, slightly somewhere in the middle of parallel and quarter. But yeah, because that's the range I want to develop, that explosiveness, right? So peak power generation. So make sure you find out what's that amount of weight you can do it safely with good form without your back rounding. I would say build it up. Please don't try to go as heavy as possible thinking that the range of motion is small, but there's a technique behind it. The reason we're doing a small range of motion is not for hypertrophy, it's just for peak power production, just power work. All right, so the aim is to get 3 reps now. So, and then go to get some 4 jumps after this. Nice brace. Make sure you always reset after every jump, right? Don't try to go, I mean, we can go, let's say high pogos, but that's not the aim, right? I can feel the fatigue set in now. One more. That's it, that's the end of the A block. And now let's move on to some hypertrophy work, some strength work for the upper body. So the next exercise is an incline bench press. So B1 block, and then B2 we're going for the antagonist muscle. So you're going to work on the back then. I'm not going to tell you now so that I don't want you to skip. But there are a couple of things I want you to keep in mind. The incline level on the bench is little incline. So this is flat. I lift it up, one click. So almost like a 15-degree angle. What this does is this target literally the entire chest, your lower, upper, mid chest, your pecs. So the higher you go, the more upper you start hitting, right? And then almost a lot of shoulder involvement here. So we're going for somewhere between 15 to 30 degrees is a great incline level that you could work with. As for the rep ranges, we're going to go for 3 sets of 8. I'm going to increase the weight, seeing how I feel, because the power work is technically very taxing. So bring it past your chest level to get that added stretch. Don't lift your butt up. Hold that bottom control while you're contracting. 2. Eight reps here. Now the next exercise you're going to do is a single arm dumbbell row. I love the single arm dumbbell row because it really also works on your obliques and gives you that good stretch at the bottom when you with the arm protraction, getting that added stretch. So it really works on that back. I was thinking of doing pull-ups initially, but I knew that I'm going to go very heavy on the leg work, so I just decided to skip it and work at something that I can control, because I probably might fail after 4 reps, 5 reps. But yeah, this I'm trying to get at least 8 to 10 on each side. Vary the weight according to your liking. So make sure you don't stop here. You go that extra bottom stretch and then pull it up. I use the same dumbbell as I was using for the bench press. I'm actually going to stick for this to this weight for my rows, but I think for the incline bench press I can go higher, so I'm going to do that now. 20 kgs with me now. Try to get to around 6 to 8. I need to have some reps in reserve, honestly, because I'm going for strength, and I love playing football still, so I don't want to do anything to jeopardize the performance. If you're an athlete that plays any sport, just keep that in mind. Don't train till failure, unless like literally you're off season maybe and really trying to work on hypertrophy. Get that added stretch. Eight reps out. So I'm gonna go up again. Try to see because I have one more set left. Give myself 30 seconds, and then hit the back. Alright, so now that I'm done with my bench press and my single arm dumbbell rows, the next block is one for shoulder and overall body balance, and the other one is just purely abs, but in terms of like a little bit of hypertrophy and really working on that core stabilization. Now this exercise, I like it, but at a specific time. This is called a half kneeling shoulder press. So the reason I actually like to use it first initially for activation, so like warm up is good, but in the middle of the workout I won't do it. First of all, it's really, you're focusing on a lot of balance, so you can't press up. So what are you trying to achieve? That's number one. But overall, as a cool down or like in a C block or a D block, when you're done with your major lifts, then it's good to do because it's not that taxing on your muscles. So I'm in a half kneeling position and the dumbbell is in the opposite arm. My aim is to not arch my back forward, keep it neutral, and then press up one. So even if you can't press hard, it really works on your core as well, works on that single leg balance, and you still get the benefit at this time when fatigue setting in. To be very honest, this is where I recommend people to start taking creatine because it can give you that extra push at the end. So you're just going to go for 6 on each side for 3 sets. And you put that here for a bit. So now that I got 6, I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna go to my core work, which is just an ab rollout, but I like to do it with a barbell. And there's a reason for it. The reason I use a barbell and not that wheel is because when you use the wheel, your shoulders are too close to each other. Whereas with a barbell, you can get a normal shoulder grip. So those who don't have that shoulder mobility, barbell is a better option. And to be very honest, it does add an effect. When the weight is heavy, you still have to pull a bit more, so you get a good contraction of the core. Great exercise. Let's have a look. So I'm going to go for 4 to 5 reps for 3 sets. So go all the way down and then pull back. Now remember, I don't want your lower back to sink in like this. I want you to keep your core engaged, your glutes tight, your lats tight, and yeah, it does get to you. Hey, at the end of it, it gets pretty taxing, but that's why we're just going for like 4 to 5 reps for 3 sets. We're not trying to kill ourselves in the process now. We repeat that 3 times. Alright guys, so I'll do that once I'm done recording this video. Alright guys, so that was the workout for today. This is how I train most of my athletes. Now this is very athletic, it gives you that power, it gives you that strength work in your upper body, and also covers the accessories at the end to make sure you have a well-rounded workout. I didn't train arms, I didn't train shoulders as much, but because it's very sport specific here, right? So I'm trying to develop that overall strength, and then whatever you do in the sport or you train, that's where you develop that sports specificity and work on those drills. But that strength and that power is going to carry over to your sport, and whatever you try to do on the pitch will improve. So if you work with the strength with you, if you work with a speed coach or working on your mechanics of running, your velocity, your max velocity sprinting will improve if you have better power, if you have better strength. If you find this video helpful, press the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, share it with people who think can benefit from it. And if you have missed our previous video where I talk about a specific lower body workout as well as an upper body workout, don't forget to check it out somewhere on the screen here. Alright,